Good morning everybody, and happy Friday to all of you. I am checking in from an uncharacteristically overcast Miami this morning, but what a wonderful energy. It rained last night and a bit this morning, so there's just this wonderful fresh crispness in the air this morning. Well, Team Sobrevia, we got our sweats on bright and early this morning. We took the doggies out, and it's been such a pleasure just to see everybody in motion this morning. There are wellness warriors out and about. There are moms and dads taking their kids to school, kids splashing in puddles. It's interesting to me. The rain always brings such an interesting response with it. Some people love it, some people don't love it as much. But what I loved this morning is it just took me back to my days in boarding school when we would go catch frogs after the rain and pull on the branches of trees to see if we could soak one another. So it really did put a big smile on my face this morning. Oh, I woke up this morning feeling so wonderfully refreshed. There really is something to be said about good sleep hygiene. So just a little reminder on that note to all of you wellness warriors, how are you choosing to close your day? So last night I decided to pop into the bath. I put some sea salt in there, a few drops of lavender oil. I lit a candle for myself. I listened to some relaxing music, and for a change I painted my nails. And I woke up this morning just feeling so refreshed because I'd actually paused with intention and given myself some much needed girly time and self-care. So how are you choosing to close your day? How are you preparing to have a really restorative night's sleep? So if you've been following along, we have been chatting about awareness, one of my favorite topics. And over the past couple of days, I've been inviting you to really check in with where you are at the moment in relation to where you'd like to be. Right, some of you might be familiar with this type of processing due to goal setting and that type of thing. So maybe somewhere along the line you've bumped into this idea of being introspective and checking in with where you are in relation to where you want to be. So as we were discussing, a big part of that is awareness. So where are you exactly, and what does that look like? What is it about the current situation that's possibly keeping you from getting to where you want to get to? And for some of you, like for me, the very first time I had this experience, so I asked myself this question, I realized I don't really know where I'm going. I'm not really sure what I want to do. And so that often led me into tailspins, which, as I said a couple of days ago, after the novelty wears off, it can be pretty exhausting. So something, or a question rather, that was a big game changer for me in this inquiry was probably about 10 years ago when I was doing my NLP training in preparation to becoming a life coach. And I volunteered for one of the processes, and the coach asked me, "What do you want?" And then just paused and looked at me and waited for my response. What do you want? And in that moment, instead of searching for the answer, I noticed that I don't think I'd ever asked myself that question before. I don't think I'd ever been asked that question before. And it was so monumental for me that I literally felt like an uncomfortable shift inside going, well, what do I want? And that's a question that I want to leave all of you with today, wellness warriors. What do you want? Maybe you haven't given yourself permission in a really long time to check in with yourself about what you want. Perhaps you've never given yourself the permission to ask yourself that question. So please do. What do you want? Really hone into a particular area, as we have been doing the past couple of days. In terms of your health, in terms of your well-being, in terms of your family, perhaps your career. What do you want? And if you're not sure of what you want, that's okay. Use your imagination. Look around you. Maybe there's somebody that you really admire. Maybe there's somebody that you look at them and you go, oh man, I wish I just had more of, fill in the blank, whatever that is. Maybe that person has more energy. Maybe that person has more relationships, it seems, or more success in the area of relationship, it seems. Whatever that looks like for you, just notice. Because you know what the cool thing is? When you are unable to see for yourself what you want, and you perhaps are able to more easily recognize it in somebody else, the really cool thing about that is you can have a conversation and you can ask that person to share with you how they went about creating that state or that well-being or that lifestyle for themselves. It's called modeling. It's a really powerful concept. So wellness warriors, on this beautiful Friday morning or Friday afternoon or Friday evening, wherever you are in the world today, take a moment, maybe grab a piece of paper, have a glass of water, take a breath, and ask yourself, what do I want? If I were to give myself permission today to answer honestly, without judgment and only love, what would my answer be to that all-important question? Lots of love to all of you wellness warriors. For extra inspiration, go and visit affinityforwellness.com or wanady.com. I have lots of healthy tidbits on my Affinity for Wellness Facebook page, my Instagram page, which is @WellnessWarriorsUnite. And I'm wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Take care, everyone. Bye.